Sorry, a little bit late. BeLive TV wouldn't connect me this morning. Good morning. Michelle House from Rich Living for High Vibes at 5:55. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing today? Here we go. Love that song. It's going to be the best day of my life today. It's going to be the best day of your life today. Something freaking amazing is going to happen to you today. Only good things happen to me. All that great stuff. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I can see you all joining in now. Sorry about that. You've probably all seen the BeLive notification and have clicked onto that. Technology. At least we're here. We're here. Best day of my life. Best day of my life today. Awesome. So I've just lost, here it is. I lost my piece of paper I was going to talk to you about this morning. So how's everybody going? Oh, guess what? I can see your likes and loves. I can see your likes and loves. Can you send me some more likes and loves? Just test that. I just saw something fly across the screen. Remember, I haven't been able to do that when I go live directly through Facebook. Can anybody else send me some love? Yeah! Oh, look at that. I got bubbles of love, bubbles of love and laughs. Awesome. Oh, great. You know what? Last night I went, yeah, I'm just going to go back to doing Facebook Lives on my phone because I really miss I know you're going berserk. I really miss all the love hearts and the stuff. And here they are this morning. I am a master manifester. All right, let's get cracking on to today's topic. Now it's going to be really distracting because now when you stop, I'm going to go, You're all crazy. Oh, who sent the angry face? Somebody sent me the angry face. All right, here we go. I wanted to talk today. So yesterday at the gym, I know what's happening in the news because I see it on my Facebook newsfeed or I see notifications from other things, but I actually haven't sat down in front of the news since the flooding or the storms over the weekend. And yesterday I got quite a shock at what's been happening over here. It's quite crazy. The weather system is just insane. So again, my thoughts are with you people every single day about the cleanup that you're going through right now. I also just want to do a quick shout out to the insurance companies that have a massive job during these kinds of things and during the disasters. And it's such a highly emotional event. A disaster is a highly emotional event. But can we send our high vibes to the people who work in the insurance company as well? I know people, we've actually got some people that work for the insurance companies inside our Rich Living Room. And it's very hard for them to, as well. I know it's hard for the people that have been through the disaster, but there's always, everybody's got a story, right? That when they're taking the calls of the devastation of these people, they're taking that in, and they're taking that sadness and that emotion as well. They're not ruthless people. These are women that we have in our Rich Living Room. They're our fellow living room people that we, have chats with. So can we be sending them lots of high vibes so that the calls that they're taking, I know that they're going to impact them. I can't say they don't want to impact them, but let's just give them some bubbles of love. Because I think insurance companies kind of cop it around this stage because they've been too slow, they're not being effective, and maybe there are some that are, but they're also real people with real lives and doing a job. So let's just be thinking of them. Also, oh my God, there's all this new stuff happening over here on the Facebook screen. Change is good. This is why I like change. Come back over here and I see something's different, and then I go back over to BeLive and there's something different over there. This is awesome. All right, so that was just my intro today because I wanted to talk about something completely different. So while I was at the gym, I also saw another story about PayWave, PayPass, contactless payments. So when you walk up to the machine and you just hit, tap, and how it's causing people to overspend because it's just so easy. Now, a couple of years ago, I used to run a series of programs around town, and there was some statistics back then. So not that long ago, a couple of years ago, from Dun and Bradstreet, who were talking. This is before payless, contactless, not payless, contactless cards came in. They were particularly talking about just using your debit and credit card. That when you use your debit or credit card, you spend between 18 to 20% more than you normally would, which makes complete sense, right? Because if you've got $20 cash and something's going to cost $22, you put the $22 thing back down and you go and look for something that's $20 or less. If it's $22 and you're using your debit or credit card, you go, it's all right, it's only $2. But what's happening is that $2 adds up, it adds up, it adds up. So there's a lot of people talk to me about how they can manage their credit cards and they know what they're spending, but it's those little tiny bits that start to chunk up. The problem now with PayPass is because we can just flick, we're done, and we can spend, it's got that $100 limit, but you could do that every day. You could spend up to that amount every day. So the frightening thing right now, and the Commonwealth Bank here in Australia was doing a report about that, how they're saying that's what they're noticing. They are noticing, the ones that introduced it, are noticing that people are getting themselves into more and more debt. So, how we talk about in here being conscious in our lives, and specifically being conscious about our money, this is the problem. It's that we get stuck into, it's easy, it's convenient. Oh my God, I'm not standing on any pedestal here going, I know how to do a paywave, I can manage mine. I can't. When I'm disorganized and I don't have cash on me and I just tap away, I get home and go, how much was that? How much did I spend? I don't think I actually even checked the terminal. I didn't get a receipt for that. Oh my God, I don't know how much I spent on that. If I did that every day for a month, not even every day, every couple of days for a month, that's really going to put my income and expenses out of whack. So use your money wisely, use it consciously. The statistics, I just did a very quick search, so I'll quote where I got them from. In Australia, the average credit card debt per household is $4,800. Which is a lot of money. In the UK, according to the Trade Union Congress, in the UK, for my UK friends, it's £3,806 per household. And for my US friends, it is $5,700 per household. So that's a lot of debt to be carrying at a high interest rate. So, credit card interest rates here in Australia are around 15 to 24%, depends on which card you get. So when it comes to spending your money, hands down, the most effective way to spend is using cash. We have a neural pathway in our brain developed from a very, very long time ago when we were littlies, and our parents used to hand us cash, and we would get that feeling of excitement, of value, of this is important. This is going to get me something. We could look at the note. Here, let me look at the note. Just so, to make it a bit more real. And we've got such pretty money here in Australia. I am way more connected to this and this $5 than I am to what the balance on this is. I've got an idea of what the balance on this is, but it could be $100 more or less depending on transactions that went overnight or not. But this, I can see, I can touch it, I can feel it, and I know that I can get my value for that. And I'm more connected to this. It's more valuable to me than the invisible. Does it make sense? So I don't know where the world will end up going with money, but while we still have it, I highly recommend using cash. Now, when the vault opens, there's a program in there called Budget Bliss, which I've talked about just recently too, I think. Do that program because it is a 28-day program for tracking your spending and getting that conscious and getting the awareness. And you guys know me, it's not about feeling guilty and, oh my God, what have I done? I'm going to get myself into trouble. It's not about that. It's creating an awareness. It's giving you a great snapshot of where you're at. And that tracker, I do it from time to time. It's something that, I had said this yesterday, we all get out of alignment from time to time. We've got to go back and correct. Life happens. I am completely not organised at the moment because I'm just running from one thing to the other. We're in the middle of school holidays. The girls have got their massive theatre production which is happening, so they're in full lockdown rehearsals all week in the city, so backwards and forwards. There's a lot going on. The easiest thing for me to do at the moment is to put everything on PayPass. However, I'm consciously doing that, and I'm aware that at the end of the week I will have overspent, because I know that about me, and I'm okay with that because I will autocorrect next week. So I take the pressure off myself this week, and I go with the flow and do what needs to be done this week, and then I autocorrect next week. But I'm completely conscious about that. I'm not going to get to the end of this week and go, oh, God, uh-oh, what am I going to do now? Heavy, 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 and then going into the next week heavy. I'm actually going into the next week light. Does that make sense to everybody? You can all give me a thumbs up. And, internet shopping. Such a breeze. It's such a breeze to do internet shopping. I love it. But again, it's about being conscious about that spend. We can't see it because we're not having that physical transaction. So therefore, our neural pathways aren't getting that shiny ignite light. There's nothing is being developed. There's no neural pathway being developed when we go. Is there? It's just put your hand there, put your hand there, put your hand there. When we're using our cash, we look at it, we go, I've got this and that. Oh, this activity is happening up here. And I wonder if I could do activity. So it's way more effective for us and our existence to be using the cash right now. All right, I'm going to jump in and have a quick look at your comments this morning. Oh, Georgina, you're very nervous about internet shopping. Okay. Okay. I haven't been, touch wood, I haven't been nervous about it. It actually is efficient for me. I actually like doing my grocery shopping online too. I find that I save money that way because I'm way focused and I just go dun, 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 or I've got a saved list and I just go bang, bang. And I don't get distracted and go, ooh, look at that, ooh, ooh. Okay, good morning. Hey, Lisa, good morning. Nice to see you. Who else? Emma just had to show me all of it. Was you with the angry face? Emma did. You guys are funny. Oh, Michelle, hi, technical problems for me, but looks like fun as usual. Emma, I do feel for them. Talking about the insurance companies. Yeah, okay. Gemma, it's so true. When I go food shopping on the card, I stick loads more in the trolley. Yeah. Kerry, what I'm realising, look after the pennies and the pounds, look after themselves. English saying Dad used to say. And it is. It's being conscious of that and watching. Watching it is what you're doing. But not watching from a place of fear. Not watching from a place of poverty or scarcity or lack. You're watching from a place of, oh, wow, look at this. That curiosity feeling is way lighter, keeps you in that higher state rather than that low, heavy state. So always be watching your pennies and pounds with curiosity, with strategy, with interest, with love. Oh wow, look at that! Look at how clever I was with that. I really got great value there. Gemma, they still said that in the UK. Kerry. Oh yeah, that saying. Okay. Robin. Yeah, my partner always wants to pay cash. I think I might have to follow his trend. I think there was a time where people would go, oh, I want to use cash. Because I don't want everybody to, I don't want the banks to know what I'm doing, which is a very old-fashioned mindset. But it's actually quite a relevant one too, because it's called data collection. That's how they collect data. That's how we get marketed to. That's how we see Facebook doing it all the time. The more information we get, the more information we give, the more marketing material we get. So just keep that in your back of your mind as well. So, yeah, I think Robin's going, ooh, that would be great to do Budget Bliss. Beck, I love the Budget Tracker app on my banking app. Awesome. There are some great apps. Jenny, I was in a good routine of withdrawing money each week, but have been so slack lately, I'm too scared to look at my spending. Okay, so take away the fear. take away the fear. Here's the thing with fear and being scared is by not doing it, by not going and getting the cash and not writing it down this week, and then not doing it next week because you're scared, and then not doing it the week after because you're scared, and then not doing it the week after because you're scared, that's a whole month that you didn't do it. Whereas if you just did it today and got started, you're going to save yourself that time and that anguish and that heaviness feeling. Always, when you are looking at what you spend your money on, whether you are signing a contract, whether you are budgeting, looking at your bank statement, always come from a place of high vibes. Talked about getting in the zone before. Get yourself in a great zone where you're about to go look at your bank statement, and it is what it is, and I'm okay with it because today is the day. Today is the start of a new day. Today is the start of a new day. I'm okay with everything that's happened. I forgive myself. I'm letting it go because right now I need to move on. Does that help, Jenny? Don't be too scared to look at it because you need the longer you stay in the fear, the worse it's going to get. If it even is worse. Some people look at their spending and they go, oh, what's to worry about? It wasn't that bad. It's fine. Okay? So when the vault opens, budget bliss will be really helpful for you, Jenny. Gemma keeps her savings in a different currency. That's a good idea. So much harder to spend without effort. I need time to change it, and so usually change my mind by the time I get around to it. Oh, I love that idea. That's really cool. Very, very cool. Emma, Rebecca, when I go to the dollar shop, I always go back to my basket before and put stuff. Yeah, impulse grabs. Impulse grabs, they're awesome. They're easy, not awesome. It's too easy, isn't it? Emma rarely shops online except books. Robin, far more savings and benefits, no impulse buying. Yep, I couldn't be asked trying to send it back if it didn't fit properly. I buy certain clothing, like, you know, things. I don't know if I say that out loud, am I going to get chucked off Facebook? You know, and stuff that's, and underwear and stuff like that, that's just, it's normal. I buy that online because I can't be asked going in and trying all that on. I know what size I am. Yes. All right, Jenny, can't wait for the vault. Can't wait for the vault. So we're working on it today. We're in lockdown. We're in lockdown on the vault today. It's lockdown, people. Oh, Emma, I whispered it because you know how Facebook bans breastfeeding mums, but they, you know, let all these other weird stuff get through. Yeah, I just, if I say blah, they might, they might go, oh. We'll soon find out. All right, my lovely. So, just getting. Let me give you 3 things to wrap up. Use cash. Just go to the bank and take $300 out. Even if you don't know what your variable spending is, just go to the bank, take $300 out, and start. And go, okay, I'm going to allocate this much for this much for that. Then you could just have a look at your bank statement without fear. So look at just do a search for maybe the last week, and say, you know, I'm going to just look at this without fear, and I'm going to be okay with whatever it is and where it's at, and you know, get a little bit more organized. I could this week, if it was really important to me, I could sit down and I could bake stuff for the kids so they have good lunches and good dinners when they go on their grease thing, and be the, you know, the mum that's giving their kids nice healthy salads. Oh Jesus, if they want Big Macs on the way tonight, they're getting Big Macs. Whatever, because what's important to me at the moment, what's more important to me is the value of my time. Does that make sense? So I'm lucky I can make that choice. The value of my time is way more important than that right now. But again, I'm conscious, I'm awake, I know what I'm doing, and it's on purpose. That's what I'm encouraging everybody to do today, is to just wake up a little bit more and get a little bit more on purpose and on track. All right, my lovelies, high vibes, high vibes. I will see you tomorrow morning for High Vibes at 5:55.